So today is 7th August 2017. It's a Monday. What I want to talk about is Zacks Research Wizard. It is a program that's developed by Zacks Research. It's a company that evaluates, and they also do brokers, but a brokerage firm. But they also evaluate various stocks, and they're best known for their ratings. They run from a 1, which is a strong buy, to a 5, which is a strong sell, and then they add also various subcategories. So like a 1A would be your best bang for the buck, and then a 1D is still a strong buy. However, it may take a longer time for that stock to rise in price. So Zacks Research Wizard, I couldn't find very many reviews. Definitely I didn't see any videos. They may be out there, but I didn't see any. So what I want to do is kind of talk about it. And what it does is gives you the ability to run a screen based upon some algorithms and produce a number of stocks. I typically use 3 stocks, but you can set it up however you want. And what it does is just really shorten the amount of time that I need to spend looking up various stocks and what to buy, what to sell, when to sell. Anyone that does investing, and if you kind of do either day trading or even weekly, it can take up a lot of your time. So I bought Zacks Research Wizard after doing the 2-week trial. The lifetime purchase is $5,000. It's not inexpensive by any means. And what you're hoping, though, is that using the tool, it would allow you to earn more profit than what you normally would have. And so far, it's a mixed bag. But I've kind of tailored some of the screens, and since I've been doing that, I've been doing pretty well. For example, today, the stocks that I got, I'm up on average over 5% on the stocks for 3 of them. So it definitely is working. And I use Robinhood because I'm trading weekly, so I don't have to pay brokerage fees. And I also trade in my Fidelity account, which is my large account. And right now I have hundreds of free trades on Fidelity. So trading weekly has worked out for me. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of give you a general rundown. All the stuff up here, I really don't mess with. Tools is the one that I do. And what you'll do is you can have screening, internet mode. And what this all internet mode is means you're connected to the internet when you run this screen, giving you the latest data. Local mode, backtesting local mode. You're downloading the database to your computer. And so typically, if I'm going to run a long backtest, 5+ years, I'll do local mode, I'll download it, because that's the strength of Zacks Research Wizard. You can run the screens, and you can see how that screen would have performed over a given time, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, and you can evaluate out of the hundreds of screens they have, which ones work best. And I've done that. I've narrowed it down to pretty much 3, and I will get into that here in a little bit. Go ahead and open up an Excel file and just have it kind of sitting here on the side, so that way we can go ahead and take a look at it later. Go ahead and move this over to the side. Sorry about that. Close this. Minimize this. Okay, so let's start off with a screen. What is a screen? Okay, you open it up, tap screens. Here it is, aggressive growth. So you can go in here, and you got the various screens. Some of them will have kind of what the screen is looking for. All these do. Some don't. You have gurus, so Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett. These typically, when I run them, at least for back testing, some of them do okay, but they're not nearly as good as the ones I've kind of created. And you can see I have my favorites. So, for example, let's just go ahead and look at what it'll look like. Okay. You can see the ones that I've numbered. These are ones that I've taken what Zacks originally put together, and then I modified it. Okay, you can see 2011 when Zacks originally did the screen, okay, and then so there's small growth. This is what they're looking for, and small growth will probably populate 5 to 7 stocks for a given week. What I found that works best in backtesting is kind of picking stocks with 3, limiting it to 3 stocks. So let's go ahead and do small cap growth. So obviously we're looking at small companies, relatively small, with potential to grow significantly very quickly. Go ahead and run. Boom, just like that, that fast. So here's the 3: LNTH, SAR, YRCW. And what you'll do is, what I do is I'll run this Sunday, and then it'll tell me what stocks I need to purchase. So Monday morning, I will sell whatever is not on here from the previous week, and I'll buy whatever is on here currently. So for example, SAR was on there last week, so I could keep it on the current my current holdings, and then buy LNTH and YRCW. Of course, you can go in, you can go to Zacks itself webpage, or you can go to Fidelity or whatever your main brokerage firm is, and look at, you know, kind of what the ratings of these are. Typically, what I have been doing is I'll look for the ones that are rated 1As or close to that, and then so say there's 2 of them that are 1As, then I'll come back here. Let's go run another screen, my favorites. And let's go to New Highs. New Highs is a pretty good screen, top 3. And I'll pick one from here. So this LGIH, this was actually on the small growth from last week. And this week I went ahead and picked up KEM, which is doing fantastic. So you can see that I pretty much have various filters that rank 5, 3, 3, 3. Because what I've learned is doing the back testing, that's what works best, is limiting it to 3 stocks. 3 stocks is easy to handle, trade, keep track of, all that stuff. I wouldn't say keep, you know, if you have your investment account, maybe set aside, 20% and play around with it like this and see how it works for you. That's what I've been doing. Not using my whole account to trade like this, just a percentage. So let's see what, okay, I did new high. So the top 3 are value method, and then value method is the best since 2007. But currently, during this bull from the beginning of the year, the small cap growth it's like an annual, if you annualized everything, right now it's like a 211% return. Insane. In new highs. So new highs, small cap growth, value method are the ones that have been working out the best. So let's go to back test so you can kind of see. All right, so you'll see new highs, top 3. Let's just go ahead and run it from, actually let's do small cap growth. So my favorites, small cap growth, top 3. Let's go to the beginning of the year. These are weekly increments. All right, so it's going to go, it starts December 30th, that's day 1. Going to hold it for 1 week period, trying to beat the benchmark. You can set the stop loss to see how it would have worked out. And all the back testing I've done, basically if you don't set a stop loss, then you end up better for it. But we can go ahead and show what it's going to look like. So a lot of people will do a stop loss of 10%. All right. So therefore, if stock drops 10%, it's going to trigger, it's going to sell. Okay, so we can go 1 week, S&P 500, go ahead and run. There's 28 weeks during this period. So let's go ahead and see what takes place. Oh, and the reason why it's only going to July 21st, I could have switched this because I'm in local mode. If I would have done internet mode, it would have done it much faster. Sorry, the screen cuts off. Go ahead and move this over. So if you started off with a typical $10,000 at the beginning of the year, right now you'd be sitting around $18,000 August. So that's pretty good, pretty good. These are the dates, companies and portfolio. So you would hold three. See, sometimes you have nothing makes it on the screen. Okay, here's the S&P 500, what the stocks did. If we scroll down, annualized, there you go, 214% for the S&P right now would have been 21.7, significantly outperforming the S&P. You can see kind of what stocks were held during that week. So let's take this 11%, pretty good for a week. Let's see what, so you right click, back test period details. So here's your stocks. You would have held June 23rd. I don't know if you recall, but LNTH was on a screen currently in August, and it was on a screen in June. Ticker return, 18.8%, 1.1, 13.1, averaging out to 11% for the portfolio. Now, one thing that Zacks does not tell you is you really can't go off these numbers. Not all the way. And the reason for this is because their period start price is at the end of the trading period on Friday at 4 p.m. Right? So $1.60 on Friday when the market closed, HLTH was $1.60. That's true. However, we all know that there's aftermarket hours and pre-market hours. So aftermarket, maybe this ran up to $1.75. Okay? Then Monday, pre-market, maybe it ran up another nickel. So you're at $1.80. So you buy it at $1.80, and the market opens, and at the end of the week, you're selling at $1.90. A 10-cent move, okay, it still went up. You still likely profited. However, it's going to be significantly smaller than this 18.8%. But, and at first I was very pissed at this because this is, in a way, false advertising. This should be Monday morning when the market opens. What is the price Monday morning? Not Friday at 4 p.m. But what I've learned is that overall, given the averages, it pretty much averages out. So, for example, like LNTH, maybe Friday at 4 p.m. it was at 1560, and after hours it went down to 1530, and then Monday morning pre-market it went to 1540. So now you were buying at 1540, and the stop price was still at 1765. So here you would have made more than what it showed. Maybe HLTH you would have not made nearly as much. So it kind of balances out. Then you can export to Excel, and it'll take all the different stocks that are in these and list them. Scrolling over, you can see worst stretch periods was 2. So that's just negatives. You know, how many weeks consecutively did you have where you lost? And there was 2. Average winning stretch, you had 2 consecutive weeks on average. Best was 5. You would have won 5 weeks in a row. So that's pretty good. To go back, just hit back. Go ahead and do another back test. Let's go ahead and let's do new highs. Top 3. Stop loss 10%. Actually, before we do that, let's change back testing to internet mode. It's going to restart. Be quick, just like that. So back test. I'm going to change it to my favorites. New highs, top 3, 1 week. Like I said, you can go in here and change it however you want. And I'll kind of show you this. Let's do stop loss again, 10%. Well, let's change it. Let's go ahead and change it to 2 weeks. So you're going to hold stock for 2 weeks minimum, and then rerun the screen again. Go ahead and run. So that's 104.9%, holding every 2 weeks. And here you can see $10,000. You're at $15,000. So, and in here you can go ahead and here's the formulas that you're using, and you can modify all this. Here you can see I selected ratings change. Right. Double click on it. Scroll down. I want only the top 3, which I've already done. You can see down here. And that's how you limit the top 3. At least that's how I limit it. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thank you.